Yeah, hello there, YouTube. I finally got a fucking full night's sleep. 8 hours. I can't believe it. Look at my Christmas lights. I my Christmas tree. I said I'm gonna be that guy that leaves it up year round, just to chase away the demons. Just kidding. It's a pagan thing. I hang it from my ceiling like all the other witches and warlocks. Stupid motherfucker. You know what? Speaking of witches, I want to go back to a movie which is I'm afraid to fucking watch and see what symbolism is in it. Maybe I can get one of you guys or someone to watch it. Maybe Paul at the fuck is his thing? Um, he does the heartfulness meditation system and shit. Which I just sent to Macy. I hope you got it, Macy. There's my stalker. It's me. I'm my own stalker. Just like I'm my own biggest fan. Who is the leader of the Brady fan club? Me. That's pretty lame, right? Marsha Brady fan club. No, that's something different. To all the Brady kids from that show, like different strokes. What's his name? Died, I think. He shot some dude and is in prison for life over over like an 8 ball of coke. In situations where I've been, where it's like an ounce of cocaine or even a kilo, and you know, got smoke wagons are out. Right? Everybody got their shit out, and this is Denver, mind you. Okay, everybody, you got in California, people don't conceive what it's like or was like for me and for everyone in growing up in the 80s. I moved here in 2002. So, you know, I really didn't. Before that, I mean, as a you know, mafia person, is it even their drivers carried guns? They're piddly-wink drivers. Okay, they carried one. Like everybody carries a gun in Denver. Like mine's always on my nightstand. When Chad overdosed and I had travesty in the corner in the chair, and he had just scored for me, and he was like fixing his issue up, and Chad went down, and right then like I'm trying to again, you know, bring him back, and Travis gets up and goes, "Oh, I gotta go," and I grab my Glock and I'm like, "Sit the fuck down, travesty. You are not. In fact, get over here and fucking help me get Chad up on the bed." I was gonna plug him for that, man. I really was. But I played the tape out. It wouldn't have been good. I'm sitting there with 2 bodies. Nah, not good. One with a hole from my bullet, from my gun, registered in my name, right? In Colorado. Nah, it's not registered. Are you kidding me? Because my weapons are passed down through the family. I have like the 22 rifle that I have that my dad had in Cub Scouts. He passed that to me when I was like in Cub Scout, when I was like, you know, 5 or 6. Because I was hunted. Then he gave me my 410 shotgun, my first shotgun for hunting, you know. Not pull, although that's fun too. But who's gonna clean up all those clay pigeons? You know what I do? And it kids like this. If you're old as me or older, you'll know this. We'll be back in 2 and 2. If you're from my reality. And if anyone can answer what that means, from what show is that? Every time he goes to commercial break, he goes, and we'll be back in 2 and 2. And of course it had some sort of ritualistic value. They always do. I can smell them. Like Peter Strzok can smell Walmart voters. I can smell Walmart voters too. Walmart, my Walmart in Yucca Valley is so fucking scared of me. All right? Oh my, they will not ask me. They will ask every person, like we're all walking out, right? I have a cart full of groceries. Da, 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 da. And I come walking out. I come walking out. I come walking out. Oh, hey, I didn't mean to clickbait. I forgot. This whole thing is about 6ix9ine, but let me tell you this story real quick. I went to Walmart yesterday or a couple days ago. And and I'm pushing my cart to go outside, right? I had already paid, okay? And I was going outside, and they have these people, greeters, you might call them. I call them, fucking fascist Nazi, tiptoe tyranny, un-American, unpatriotic, unconstitutional pieces of shit, motherfuckers that would ever even do that job. So the first time I walk by, they talk about me. It's me, right? They won't even make eye contact. And I stare right at them like, come on, ask me. Because the way it started is I went off, okay? The first time I went to Walmart here, I went the fuck off. Because, it's not LA. People are not running around. They don't even have this shit in LA. This is in the middle of the desert. Nobody steals here, really. I mean, it's just, first of all, 80% of all shoplifting is by employees across the board, all retail sales, except mom and pop shops, because that's usually they do their own books. They're not skimming a little, they're skimming a lot. Remember that. Anyway, so I don't know where I was even going, but I know. So I'm with Brad, my mom's boyfriend. This is before my mom died a couple months. Before she died on October 15th. This is probably about a month or two before. And she was laid up. She couldn't take me because her femur bone ate all the way through the cancer, ate through it. At my house, she buckled. It was no more femur for her. Could you imagine just your femur just busting in half like a metal a metal thing in the World Trade Center that's already been compromised? Whatever, you know what I mean. So anyway, let's get into it. Now that we're 8 minutes in, let's get into it. It's exciting because my boy 6ix9ine, I don't care what anyone says about him. If you're facing, he was with Treyway for 1 year. Okay, and he wanted to have gangsters around him for a persona to look like he's cool. He's a young kid. So they had the feds. He was key because then they could tie him for the funds they were doing dumb shit like taking dirty money or taking clean money and making it dirty. When, like, for example, buying a kilo of heroin with clean money that you just earned, right? Then when you sell it, you've got to explain where the fuck you got it. That's dirty. Then you launder your money and you lose, a percentage. Or if you're Pablo Escobar, you just write off 10% to rats chewing on the bills literally, or water damage to the bills literally. I've seen pictures of this house that's just stacked with cash. So much cash from ceiling to floor. That there's nothing to do with it. It's so much money. Anyway, so let's get into it. It's Friday, it's Saturday. And I know it's Flat Earth Day at Flat Earth British, some flattage, some planage. He's cool. He's kind of like a weasel looking motherfucker, but he's cool. And looks don't mean shit, man. It's how you act. This dude's cool. He likes joints and shit. I look at how this fits right in the cross. Look, symbols mean what I make them mean. You've got to understand all forms are illusory. This could be it. This actually is every color but red. This little red bead. I don't know. An apple, a red delicious apple, right? A red apple is every color but red. Okay. Every color wavelength has longer peaks and valleys, right? You know how light waves work. And each color has closer or, higher or lower frequency of light wave, which makes them have different colors. And we pick up on this because of our great creator in his infinite wisdom somehow made these eyes that we have just like doing all this shit. It's like impossible that could happen by accident. When people say, and someone tells me that, I just start cracking up. Like, what? And I'm like, if you don't know why I'm laughing, then just push on. Find the Bible or some sort of the Quran. I don't know. I tell people this: look, if you're having problems in your life, if you need something, whatever you need, take this from me, who had nothing. I was laying in piss, naked, practically on Skid Row, with just been robbed at gunpoint, knife point, sometimes by the police. That's just the way it roll, the way it go. But I made the jaunt from Denver over the Rocky Mountains into the desert of Death Valley. And across that, I ran out of heroin in Vegas because I was going to my sister's to get off heroin, right? I called her from Denver and said, look, because I had a ride right then that night. Boom, right in the middle of the night. Because I owed the Mafia money. And which I'm going to talk about in a second, and why that's a perfect segue right there. So anyway, I called my sister. I said, look, I'm in a bad way. I'm owing money to mobs. I am hooked on heroin. Help. Please help me. Can you get me some Valium, like 90 Xanax or Valium, and I can come kick at your pad? And she's like, get the fuck out here. And I'm like, I'll be there in the morning. And I had a big ass bag of dope, right? Bag of heroin. And I was so high all the way. I remember barely part of the ride. We stalled, apparently. I don't remember. I was so fucked up. They tried to, or it was just me and James. James tried to get me to drive. I couldn't. I tried. I said, okay. And I kept on nodding out, right? Because we were just at the top of literally the continental divide, where rivers either run east or they run west, and the Rocky Mountains run right down the middle, and it splits the country to where when everything melts, it either melts to the west or it melts to the right. That's why rivers flow in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? Saying. So with other than that's just with whatever, buoyancy and density and the nature of water. Although I must say that water is one of the physical attributes that have changed. It's the way that it behaves in physics, literally. Like, we are creating shit. If you think there's hell on earth, it's because you are thinking that. That's exactly why. And it's that. And you think could it be that simple? It is that simple. It's that fucking simple. Now, I want to get into, okay, Treyway, Treyway. They get this kid. The feds had an open, and they had a RICO investigation ongoing since 13. Okay, since 2013. So he didn't even meet the people till 17, right? And then he was with them for 1 year. 18, they got busted. And then they're claiming he's the head of their mob, of their little gang. Nah, man. And they're all like 40 and he's 20. Like, what? Nah, you guys are totally fucking. And then you everyone call him a snitch when he's facing life or even death in prison, and that because cops had tapped everybody's phone. These guys don't get it because they're older and shit. I mean, I'm old too, so whatever. But they don't understand that they're constantly surveilled anyway, and that probably someone put a chip in everybody's fucking shit, right? And they did, and bugged everyone's phone, and that's why you hear Mil Murda and the other dude and Shadi going, we gotta violate him, we gotta super violate him. They had his mom's address. They said they're gonna kill his mom. They're gonna kill his baby's mama. And he's listening to this, and how much money they are stealing from him, and all this shit, and they expect him not to bend, fold, or break. I'd be like, it's him. Fuck that, man. You fucking threaten my mom. You say while I'm in jail, you're gonna have people go kill my mom. Dude, that's where I cross the line. What he did is not ratting. Like if you got kidnapped by say a cop, an off-duty crazy psychotic cop, okay, and he wants to super violate you, okay, and I'm sure they had compromising evidence. Whatever. They taught everything that he did do, supposedly. They just wanted to throw a scare in him to get him to just rat everybody out. And it worked. And it was beautiful for them. But, he didn't know. That's why he was cutting all ties. He's like, there's feds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right in front of my house. Why? Like, he didn't even know. They did move a little bit of fucking X and heroin. But he admitted to those crimes, and robbed a couple dudes. Because they were saying you have to do 3 things. And this is how it is in a gang, like in that gang and in other gangs. You have to do 3 times. You have a choice. You can either kill someone, rob someplace with a gunpoint, rob a motherfucker, shoot a motherfucker, right? You get clout points and you move up in your gang. People fear you. But Tekashi wasn't built like that. He wasn't meant to do that. He was doing his music. He didn't really know probably too much about it. I mean, only knowing them a year, it's kind of fucked up to come at him with a RICO that started in 2013, where he didn't even meet them till 2017. And it wasn't through drug dealing. It was through music. And like, I mean, come on. You call him a rat for that? Snoop calling him a rat? Snoop's a rat. Snoop ratted his fucking little that 60-pound when he's wet and wearing boots ass off, pointing motherfuckers out. Think he got off for murder for nothing? Hired Johnny Cochran. You know you're guilty when you hire the dream team. Trump. He's like, I don't want Giuliani up there dressed as some drag on, motherfucker, drag on. Okay, now I'm gonna get what in. Okay, ready? Here's what I'm saying. 6ix9ine. So he got sentenced now. He got 2 years. He will have a plentiful. I bumped 6ix9ine all the time. I love 6ix9ine. He kicks ass, and I'm old. He's a shitty fucking like um. He doesn't. He rhymes nigga with nigga with nigga. It's so dumb. In 3 lines. Your daddy tape ain't shit. He a bitch. I'm, I'm getting making money. It's just so dumb. And that's the beauty. He was really like the ultimate troll. Well, Donald Trump's the ultimate, but he was good. Tekashi was good. And he'll be out in 2 years. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna go after Tekashi. It's all good. We understand. Yeah. Sean Diddy. Do you want me to fucking put a list out of who is rats and who's not? And who decides? You know? And usually in my circle, as a white dude, I guess, or whatever, you don't, because like black people, I guess, look at ratting differently or something, but we don't rat. And we have a saying in our community, always we've had this saying, which is snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. And it's a fact. You know how many people they found wrapped in barbed wire, shot and fucking maimed, like, for talking shit? A lot. Okay. So it's sending a message. Shut up. But these guys had it already. They had it all. They already had it all. So how can fucking what's his name move and rat them all out when they already had all their phones tapped? Because they're old men and they're stupid and lazy and never figure out how to understand how a phone works. I mean, talking that reckless on a phone? I guess after 5 years of being investigated and you're thinking you're getting away with all this shit, right? First of all, you never get away with nothing. We will all face judgment. All of us. Every one of us. And are you ready? I am. I ain't done nothing. No, I mean, that I haven't been forgiven or asked for, whatever. I'm going to play this, and I want to prove to you that 6ix9ine is fucking good. And what he was doing, even though I love it, is a game. Like, if you know the whole story, like, he came out with this one song, Gummo, right? And everybody was like, yeah, fucking bomb. That was the video that propelled him into, the limelight. So then I think he has a ghostwriter. And if he does, a ghostwriter is someone that writes your raps, your bars, whatever, or your verses and shit for you. Because you can't think of nothing. Like, came on Blood Gang, BBA, who they, don't say, Anyway, so I think, everyone realizes if you're facing down 47 to life on paper, you're going to be singing like a goddamn canary, okay, that made it out of the coal mine. So these guys that are threatening his baby mama, his baby, and his mother, he's expected to not tell on them. See, that's the whole thing. They were getting in his head and saying, you got to be a blood, you've got to do this. You have to have, all this. So anyway, let's listen, because I'm going to prove to you he wasn't even around. I'll tell you why he's not going to get touched, too. This song right here is how he really raps, okay? He's fucking awesome. Now, he spent a lot of time in Europe. Most of his fans are in Europe. This is in Hungary. Okay? He's chilling with the mob. These motherfuckers would just flick Treyway like a booger off of their nose. It's that, it's SLS. Just watch. Okay, they're in Hungary. I'll come back. I'll leave a link to it too. Okay, here it is. I'll leave a link too.
Yeah. Straight mob ties, 5 brothers, SLS, Treyway shit, East Side. Yeah. Gigi, yeah, Gigi, what? Gigi, yeah, hey, hey, hey. Yo, Gringo, let that shit breathe. Wish I could bring pump back, blow, nigga, run that. Till they let bring me, yeah, we going like they semis. I wish I could bring stacks back, yeah, let the Mac clock. Till they free, big a bell. Gotta give you niggas hell, break a make the nigga yell. Beat him, hit his knees, make him scream when the nigga fell. Shoot out with the law or the morgue before I sit in jail. Niggas say they love me, I can see it in these niggas' eyes. They don't wish me well, I don't need it. They smiling when a nigga fell. Seeing that I'm popping the shit like the third rap. 40 stitches, 40 stitches, that man to no tell. Taking ditches for these niggas, trust them in so well. Drive by, leave them in the street, nigga, roadkill. HBA go fronts, let me get soul trip. Nigga, this is New York, hit the wrong move. In the goon like a two-spot, work hard and move so. Hey, more like pool holes, crack like the pavement. Diesel like the gas station, trap out the basement. Blow in the Pyrex, mask on our faces. Let them act sketch, but this lamb will break back. 6, 9, Loco, Vato, Gringo, Chapo, Coco, Jumbo, Lemon, Sweet, Fruity, Rainbow, Skittles, Juicy, Cherry, Hazel. 6, 9, Loco, Vato, Gringo, Chapo, Coco, Jumbo, Lemon, Sweet, Fruity, Rainbow, Skittles, Juicy, Cherry, Hazel. Oh, La Vida Loco, El Chapo Gringo, Brooklyn, 6-9 Combo, Mike Tyson Knockout, Gold Cup Versace, Reichstreifen Einkauf, Combat Konami, Billy, Tati Tekashi, Berlin, 44 Gringo, Abi, Harbi, Abi, Nicky at Minifix, Cookie und Brownie, Drag Nice, love me, Blue Light City Hell, Vagi is digital, New York City Gangs, Mama I'm a criminal, Orani Karnal, International, Witness on business, Smoke Haze, Blonde Biggie, Rick and Morty, run, enemy, number 1, Vamonos, police come, 6, 9, Loco, Vato, Gringo, Chapo, Coco, Jumbo, Lemon, Sweet, Fruity, Rainbow, Skittles, Juicy, Cherry, Hazel, 6, 9, Loco, Vato, Gringo, Chapo, Coco, Jumbo, Lemon, Sweet, Fruity, Rainbow, Skittles, Juicy, Cherry, Hazel.
Everybody, okay. Yeah, he did, right? These are every random American word he knew. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, see, so okay, that was it's funny because all of his fans and his own fucking team, right? Is like, I don't know where he's at. He's in Germany. He's in Europe. I don't know what he's doing. And like, they are so dumb. They think 6ix9ine is stupid. No. He's a fucking genius. Be it love him or hate him. Okay, he knows what people want to hear and see and do. Two years is way too much time for nothing. I mean, he did some shit, but they weren't after him. Come on. Oh, they were, and the whole thing should have been thrown out, but they needed him as that kingpin. You know what I'm saying? Not in that sense, but as a pin, like 2 train car. You know, just they needed to lock it down by have whatever. You know, it was probably the FBI fabricating calls saying that. I don't know. All I know is he gets out in 2 weeks or 2 years. And listen to that. Does that sound like his other songs? No. Does it sound like someone that's rapping that's really good at it or better than what they portray? Yeah. So why? Okay. And then have a ghostwriter to write the crappy rhymes on top? I don't get it. Then again, I'm not a famous, nor am I a musician. Well, I am famous, but I'm not a musician, and I'm not. I'm an enlightened. So 6ix9ine, and I called it, man. I said he gonna be out 2020. Watch, or they'll at least sentence him, and it'll be just nothing. I figured he okay. So he's getting 2 years, which probably means like work enders. I did those for a while. When you do some county time, right? And this was in Boulder, in Colorado. I had to do a few months because when I crashed, that's why when I crashed and busted my whole face. I thought, I mean, I didn't know. I had 56 stitches in my face. Anyway, my steering wheel. What happens when an immovable object hits an immovable object hits I don't know what happens then. It's crazy. Anyway, so on to the next thing. What they've done is, if you guys happen to look out your window and notice that it's a little bit different than what I remember, like, I mean, you could start with the easy questions. The chemtrails, the white sun that's a hexagon, and obviously fake. The moon, which is obviously local. You could practically hit it with throw a rock at it. Slingshot, for sure, you could hit it probably. A wrist rocket. Remember those? So yesterday, you guys, oh my God, I fucking was counting my medication because I have to go on Tuesday. And yay, thanks for yay. That's for need input. Thank God I called my doctor, and God, this is right here what was a pimple like a month ago. And I swear I'm not fucking with it. You know, you fuck with it and it'll never go away. You gotta let it dry. Tip to the youngsters. Although it says on my thing, is this made for children? No, not necessarily, but yeah, it is. I want children to understand and know that their government's lying to them, and to think critically and cohesively, and to not accept things blindly without proof, and to do their own experiments and shit. Perhaps I'll do, but then they'll be like, oh, you know, they'll make some bullshit up, and then I'll lose my channel. Not that it matters. It's like this channel isn't my livelihood, like some people, and that's great. When and according to them, and even when I started doing this, but I don't monetize and I don't ask for money unless I needed it for something, but I don't need it right now. Anyway, if you needed something, if any one of my subs came on here and said, Brady, look, I'm fucked. I need, $20 or whatever, I would totally mail it to you. I'm just the kind of person I am. I don't sell merch. The merch is information. So you're getting it for free. You got your info for nothing and your licks for free. Bam! I'm having a Mandela buzzer go off in my head. Money for nothing. And get your what for free? I mean, this isn't a Mandela part per se. I always thought about it because we were the first to have MTV, right? We had Playboy Channel. Of course, my dad had the Playboy Channel, which I thanked him. Before that, all I had was the Victoria's Secret catalog. But it got me through some tough years. Anyway, as you know, being a kid, little kid and shit. But whatever. Um, let's see. I'm going to assume what your questions are and answer them. Do I think pornography is a bad thing? Well, let me answer that. I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked that question because I think that it's just like a gun. It's just like anything, a rock, a brick. It's all in how you use it or abuse it or don't use it and get killed. But point being, if gravity was real, or if gravity is what they say it is, gravity. First of all, they're telling me two different stories. One is gravity, okay, and that because and because how big the body is, then it makes the gravity sucks us to the surface and everything else, right? Okay. That's your stand. Now, if that were true, then why can't I go out in my swimming pool and put my beach ball in there? And why doesn't the gravity pull my beach ball to the bottom of the pool? I don't get it. And I try as I might, I can't get it down there. I get all on that motherfucker. And I sink. I'm trying to hold it down, and it shoots me into the water like a flipper. Like, no one notice this? It's snowing. I live in Palm Springs, and it's snowing. It's like, what? You guys, is anyone noticing this kind of stuff? Because it's gone from little logo changes to big physical changes, like the Statue of Liberty, the fucking the South Dakota, what you call that thing, the Mount Rushmore, which I flew a helicopter over. They had helicopter rides, and my rich uncle paid for me. Uncle Bob, he owned, I think, 2 Texaco stations or 3 in Loveland, Colorado. All my grandparents lived there too. In Loveland, both. I mean, and it was like an old people's town, and now I guess it's not, and because it wasn't a college town or anything. Maybe it is now. I don't know. The point is, when she was still thinking straight and stuff, the fluoride hadn't totally got her yet. And among other things, we all know what they are. And my Grammy told me it was story time with Grammy, like every week. Me and her only. I was on heroin, so I would nod out. She has had narcolepsy since she was 5 years old, which means she probably always had it. She just figured it out. When I was little, I had a blanket, a whoopee, which it was right here. I don't know. Isn't this a cool shirt? Yeah, I'll clean the Joshua Tree Blanket Company. That's where I work. And that's, my neighbor's store. Now, look at how clean that is. Boom! I even have my Christmas lights already up for next year. Wow. It looks like I'm copy pasting on a green screen. And all this shit back here is just like on a green screen. I'll prove it's not. Because I'm looking at my backpack. Isn't this you know what? This backpack is so fucking awesome. My sister, my last couple backpacks, Jan Sports, she always buys the best stuff, right? So, and I like pockets. The more fucking pockets, the better. But no, not with this thing. She said, "No, there's too many pockets. You can have it. You can have it, right? Like that." I'm like, okay. Oh, look at this. Someone gave me this for Kevin. Kira's mom or dad. Oh wow, that's a trip. Look at this shit. Weird, right? So, from the shape that it's in it. Oh, sit on my back, guy. But she said there's so many fucking pockets in it. And then there's pockets within the pockets. It's like a Russian nesting dolls. So anyway, yeah, it has like just so many pockets. It's pissing me off. She was right. It will piss you off. God. Yeah, yesterday I took too many. I accidentally took my meds twice, and I couldn't walk. Everything. It was like the floor went wham, and then I was laying down. It came up to me. You know how it is when you're drunk. I wasn't drunk. I'm alive. Trust that everything is as it should be. Be the change that you want. What don't you like about it? What's going on that you don't like? Me? I don't like the chemtrails. What can I do? Not much, because I seen him turn into golden orbs, and they're all fake. I mean, when I say fake, and I meant to mention this to Matt, and like, if anything was real, then like NASA would never have hired Werner von Braun to head up NASA and pardon him from the Nuremberg death camp trials, like we did with so many scientists, agriculturists, because they were way ahead of everybody else. Why? I think you and I both know that answer. What was Hitler always looking for? I mean, other than the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant, he was very, very interested into the occult. I remember that when I was little. I'm gonna give you a minute because my eyes are so blue today. It reminded me of because I'm wearing a blue shirt. That's the only reason. And I wanted to tell you guys something that's gonna blow your mind. Look, I did many a paper. I've read Hitler's book. Have you? Mein Kampf, My Struggle. It's a great book. And before you judge a man, read his fucking biography, man. I'm serious. Read it. And it was published in like the 30s, before any of this shit, any of that taking over had started, right? So anyway, I'm gonna blame my freeze-ups on my computer, or I'm a robot, or I'm a clone, or all of the above. Now, I believe there are 3 different timeline realities, and I am fucking. I want to find the one where I'm not hooked on opiates. I think great. That's something that I've got to deal with. Or else I'll keep coming back until I do. And I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. And if I close my eyes when I'm talking to you, it's just because I'm just resting them. I was really tired last night and I couldn't fall asleep. I mean, I couldn't make it to my bed. So I woke up and my face plant on my computer. And my live was going. And I went and looked, freaked out. It was dark now. You know how when you go to sleep in the day and then you wake up and it's dark and it's all weird? That's what happened. And I was all freaked out. Anyway, happy Saturday. I'll let y'all go. I could tell I'm already running my mouth off. Boom. It doesn't matter what symbols you wear to God. Okay, God thinks they're silly. God thinks people with costume gives them no more power than any other person, like the police or the army. In fact, I'm going to end this by saying one thing. Strike me down now, and I shall become more powerful than you could ever possibly imagine. And that is a fact. That's a promise. That's something I know, a truth I know to be true. Because I've had talked to many people before they died, and we worked out like, hey, symbols to tell the other person what's going on over there on the other side, right? Not interdimensional. Well, I don't know. So maybe it is. So I'm calling on to all my dead homies and my mom, and they're reaching back out to me, and I will be reporting on that as soon as I hear from them. And other than that, oh shit, I was gonna put the link to the 6ix9ine, or I don't know what it is. Really, where is it? The Grace drank wine. 369, the monkey drank wine. Is it monkey or? Oh, I had a really big Mandela effect. What was it? Oh, have you guys seen the T3B8 or whatever? The triangle craft that has the plasma in the middle. On my video, I have one, and it shows it's just parked right there on the fucking aircraft carrier, and one of those T3B8s or whatever they are. And they're triangular. They're anti-gravitational. They're silent. There's a big plasma bubble in the middle. What makes it do what it does? I don't know. The smartest manual or person or man, whatever, fuck all that. The smartest man you'll ever fucking meet will say, I know nothing for a fact. I don't. All I know, that is the only thing I know, is that I don't know nothing. To quote Op Ivy. Op Ivy became rancid, and then their music became rancid, and then I didn't like it after that. But back in the day, man, they were bad motherfuckers. So I'm making a little medicine bag for my homie. Because he goes, I like that. Yes, I like that. It's just Joshua trees and shit. And it's not no colors, nothing. He's playing. He's like, that's what I want. I'm like, all right. It's all you. So I'm touching it up a little bit. I mean, he'll be excited about this. Like, cause see, he comes over to my house. Look, he works trimming, and he comes over and hooks me up all the time. That's key for whatever. He gets that day from trimming, some little buds. whatever. But it's awesome. He always comes, and he comes correct with weed. And it's an unwritten. The reason I like my friend Brad so much is because he comes over and we have like just this unspoken, which I've had my entire life, and it's just an unspoken thing. Like you smoke me out and I'll smoke you. Whoever's got weed, whatever, man. Now it's like, nah, it's not quite as social as it was when it was illegal, because you had the event of trying to score and scoring, and then if it weighs and all this, which is fun. And guess what I do? I shop on the black market. Fuck, I ain't gonna give them a dime in taxes. Waiting this long to legalize it. Fuck them, man. They ain't getting shit. How do you outlaw a plant? It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. They love that poppy, though. And that valerian root, which is what they make Mother's Little Helper out of, Valium. So, yeah. I'll wrap it up. Check out Flat Earth British channel. He's got some really cool shit to show you. And John Levi too. Oh wait, well, I promised I would do this one thing for you guys. I'm trying to find it. Yeah. 369 blank drank wine. Someone pulled a choke and a monkey choke. And they all headed together to heaven in a big rowboat. Some shit like that, right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get the old
There were secret societies that were involved in founding this country. Who were they, and what were they trying to do?
So, guys, for recon tonight, I got players from the Utah Royals, which is the state soccer team. What I wanted to do tonight is I'm going to have a couple of the girls come in. I'm going to wait a few minutes, have a couple more girls come in. I want to see if Brad notices this influx of business. So here are our first two girls.
What can I get for you guys?
Do you guys have any like house specials? Like
We have a watermelon based house drink.
I'll try that. Yeah.
You can tell by the glass that drink sucks. This is a pint glass. It's made for beer, not a cocktail. It's just not going to work.
Can I do a gimlet, please?
Oh, God. I don't know what a gimlet is.
Oh,
It's a classic.
It's a gin drink, right?
yeah, it is.
Yeah. I've worked here 16 years and never had anyone order one.
Never had someone order a gimlet.
I have never made one in my entire life.
Okay.
Do you want to help me out? Should I look it up?
Oh, God.
Can I just do whiskey sour? How do you know what that is? I don't know.
You can't make a whiskey sour that
Look at
fast.
the color of that. That's not a whiskey sour.
Our drinks definitely look like you can have my cherry. Oh, you did get a cherry. In a whiskey sour? Yeah, she was like, let's just put this drink in a sour.
They're laughing at this place.
Yeah.
Pissing me off. Ridiculous.
Is she like leaving? She just walked out. Like done.
Whoa. Brad just had an employee walk out, and he didn't even notice.
What's up, Jack? Matt?
Okay, let's send in two more girls.
Hello, I'm glad you made it.
Brad still has no idea that these girls are even in this bar.
I'm getting already liquored up.
Okay, so guys, we got 4 girls. So I also have 15 people waiting in the street.
Okay.
Just regular customers. I'm sending them in now.
Brad now has a fully packed bar and an employee walked out. What does it take for him to even notice this?
I'm going to pull out 1 bartender. Okay, let's see what happens. Take Teresa, the bartender, outside. I wonder how long it takes Brad to notice this. How long would it take you to notice it?
I'd already be up and be like, hey, Teresa, where are you going?
Maybe he can help you.
Just kind of disappeared.
So I got the soccer team and 15 customers, and I'm pulling bartenders. And let's see what Brad does.
We could do a shot.
Pull another bartender. Pull 1 more bartender. So he's getting up. Where's he going? Let's follow Brad.
You're just letting her out.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still for our server.
I've pulled every bartender except for Devin. And he's the last. You ready?
Yeah.
Pull the last one.
Is it corn? All right, well.
Every employee is gone.
Oh my gosh.
Any owner who doesn't notice that their bar is packed and there's no employees either doesn't care or is an idiot.
Where all the bartenders go? Guess I can help out. Well,
His daughter behind the bar.
Can I get some change?
yes.
So now I'm going to pull them too. Take the daughters out as well. There is not one employee in that building.
Are you freaking serious? I mean, this is kind of hard to watch.
Not for Brad. I pulled every employee out of this bar. I put about 22 customers in the bar. They're not being served. And Brad is sitting on his butt in a booth, oblivious to all of this. You know what? I'm going to go sit with him.
Oh, shit. Shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
Hello, Brad. Why should you stand up now? You've been sitting on your ass all night. You understand there's not one employee in the building right now?
No shit.
All of them are gone at once.
I imagine I thought they were going to come back in.
So if they never come back, you're just going to sit here all night? You have people there that are not being served.
I can't serve them because I've been drinking.
If you weren't drinking, could you serve them?
Yes.
You know how to make the drinks? Do you know how to use the cash register?
No.
You've owned this bar for 20 years, and you don't know how to use the cash register.
No.
What would your father be doing differently than you right now? Because it was successful for him for almost 40 years, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Did he train his employees?
Yeah.
Did he make sure that recipes were followed and the food was good, the drinks were good?
Yeah.
Brad, was he sitting on his ass when he was doing those things?
No.
Why did you not protect your father's legacy? Hi, this is John Tacker. Click here to subscribe to Paramount Network on YouTube for more Bar Rescue.
With moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's, your plans can change in minutes.
What the fuck? That's crazy. What the fuck? Whoa. 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 know if that finished. It was good though, huh? What did I do? Fast out? Oh, I know what I was doing. I was showing you guys this book. On the other thing, oh hey, what's up? On the others, I had two things going, you guys. Did you see that? I had two, and it was like echo, 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 echo chamber. I don't believe in echoes. Oh no, how about this? I'm sexually attracted to echoes. Protected class. Protected class. You know what I am interested in? My elbows are pretty clean. Look at someone's elbows and you'll know how hard they work, dirty they are, sweat on their brow, shit like that. So good news, 6ix9ine will be out of jail in a year. I love 6ix9ine. I don't see how anyone couldn't. He's so cool. Oh, here, I'll leave that link for you guys. Hey, I like having blue eyes. And see how it matches my shirt? Tell me if you guys think I'm all right looking, you know, girls, of course. And yeah, guys too. I mean, I can appreciate a man that's handsome. I can say, yeah, that's a good looking guy, you know? He's gonna have an easy time, you know, picking up bitches. That's it. I'm not gonna walk. I'm comfortable with my sexuality as a straight man, but not like Will Smith. He goes, he goes like this, right on like some major talk show, and it's him and his son, who he's forcing to be like gay. He goes, I'm not homophobic. Watch. Walks over to his teenage son and tongues him down. No joke. Look it up. And he's done it several times. It's fucked up. If my dad did that to me, like, what? How is that okay? Like, why? He's doing this shit on national TV on top of it. It's pedophilia. And it's like matricide or infanticide or some, I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of side. And then that one, I'll tell you one thing, he's suspect. That motherfucker is suspect. He's sitting there on the set of Bad Boys 2. And Jada Pinkett Smith, somebody is doing his shoulders, right? Some lady. Then his co-star or someone from the set, a big black motherfucker, right? Walk up behind her and say, move your hands and start fucking. And he's like, oh, there it is, man. And he goes, see, only a man knows what a man wants. And Jada is in the background and she goes, like this. You know, she knows he's gay. We all do. George Michael did not know. There was a lot of creepy satanic shit going on with him. Also, I mean, he had a sacrifice. Every one of these stars, if you're gonna make it, okay, anyone, I don't give a fuck. I love Jack Black, okay, but I cannot feed the beast. I can't. As much as it begs me to engage with it, I will not. I just fucking won't. Because once you do that, you're playing right into their fucking hands. I'm telling you. Know this. that all forms that we see around us, all this stuff, it's nothing, literally, molecularly, everything, it's nothing. And you know what? We are gonna look back at this little test on planet Earth and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I was so worried about that. It was nothing. Now what you got, God? I've seen enough. What else can you show me? That's what Bob Dylan said. He was quite a vain person. But it's not him. When you are overtaken by the jinn or the genie of the lamp, they call it the jinn. When you like, they would be like, he's really got the jinn right now, is inside of him and making the music, right? Same thing with Jack Black, for example. The jinn comes in and says whatever he wants. Now, and all of you that worry about me, like, I mean, because I read it in the comments, like, Brady, you shouldn't be saying things like, you could conjure something you don't want. Man, look, been there, done that, 12 years old, okay? I know my shit. I did all the Golden Dawn series and fucking, I had every rich witchcraft book. And I was like, I'm doing good witchcraft. There's no such thing. There is one thing that we're being hidden. I mean, many things, but the fact that supposedly whoever came up with this number, I don't know why or how, but they say that we use only less than 10% of our brain. If we could use it fully, we could just fly around and do all these things. We could literally manipulate physical reality, which they're working on and coming close and doing it actually. And it's been done as we see, as we unearth city under city under city. And I always had read that castles are built on the bones of the poor. That's what I always believe. Kurt Cobain was murdered. He didn't kill himself. If indeed he is dead. Number 2. Jeffrey Epstein is not. He's not dead. And I'll tell you why I came to that conclusion. Why on earth would, when someone lies, they go into too much detail. Do you feel me? It's like a script they've been running in their head and they're getting ready to say it to you. And it's a bullshit lie and they know it. And if you're like me, I pick up on that shit right. I'm like, yo, turn that shit around right now before I smack you upside the head and fucking turn you around myself and then boot your ass out the door. Wake up, people. Wake the fuck up. How obvious is this? Greta Thunberg. Thunder and iceberg mix. Yeah, and she's a little cohort for global climate things. You get it yet? Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner. You know. Do you feel me? Authority. Author of the story. Like, everything is like that, okay? Every word, everything is set up like that. And, what I wanted to say real quick is the controllers, do not want us to figure out how to use all of our brain power because just one of us could destroy them all with a fucking thought if we could use all 100% of my brain. And that's what they're so scared of, us coming together. And when we come together, it'll be like this huge light. Oh, I believe when all of us who know the truth stand, say in Times Square, it will just glow like this light, like no other. It will shoot out of everybody into the sky. You know, it's gonna be epic, you guys. Epic. Be there or be. Alrighty then. I love you all. It's been an hour I've been talking. Holy shit. Okay. I love you guys. Peace.